What's up everybody, welcome to Bike with Moto. Today we're going to work on creating some of the side covers for the bike. Check it out. So, first thing that we're going to look at is obviously the left side here. And more importantly, the mounting points. So we obviously have this one from the old cover, which I think we're going to end up reusing with some sort of bolt connector. We have this one right here that's already pre-threaded, so we can definitely hook into with the bolt. And then we have this one right back here, which we can definitely utilize if things are just the right size, and we have something in there. There is this one down here too, which I think was from the helmet lock, but we're not going to utilize that. I might even actually cut that off at some point. So, to begin, we're going to use some cardboard and mock up kind of a rough shape and cut that out, and then start to add the different folds in it and any tabs that we may need. And then we're going to use that as a stencil to eventually cut out 22 gauge steel sheet to fit the appropriate size. So let's cut up something that fits a little bit more better and see how we should be bending in order to make it fit on there. Alright, we've cut our first piece. I purposely left it with the foldable bit here just so we can, because I know there's going to need to be some sort of inclined piece like this up here, like some sort of piece like that to better fit. Some sort of piece like that to better fit. That probably like clips into this little tab here and bolts onto that spot there. So there'll definitely need to be something there. So I guess now we're going to start to shape cut off some of this and this to make it more like that V shape that it actually is in the back, and start to shrink it to the point where it should fit over here. So let's do that. Okay, after some mocking up and cutting, I have a little bit of a better idea. So we're only going to use two of the mounting points, the one down here and the one on the threaded bolt back here. This one here is too far back, and it just doesn't work nicely. We're gonna cut this nicely rounded to reveal this little cover here. Also, we're gonna have a bend across the metal this way, allowing for this piece to tuck in. I ended up cutting too much of it off, but essentially it will tuck in and touch right against the frame, tucking in behind the seat. This piece will bend in and actually fold down this line as well to now tuck in this way, and then I'm going to cut off a separate piece that I'll end up welding in here to bridge this gap as well, so that the seat essentially will sit on top of everything. So let's try cutting a little bit more exact piece, because this one is quite a bit hacky. Yeah, then we're gonna mock up the right side, and we're good to go start making some measurements and cutting it out of metal. It looks like on this side there isn't going to be much welding, just this little triangular piece that I'm going to have to do here and then just grind it down. The edges, I'm going to put this card trim that I got on them to make them nice and like rubbery and soft, so I don't have to worry about getting myself cut, as well as to create that little bit of a tucked in lip. Yeah, that should be it. I mean, that should cover up the bolt back here as well. So literally what looks like just this gap would end up being exposed, unless I extend this piece up as well. So bend it and leave a piece to tuck in up here, so we'll kind of follow like that, which actually might not be a bad idea to cover up the hole, and then the seat will just kind of tuck on top of everything. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so after fumbling with it and recutting and all that for a little bit, I've come up with this final design. So we have, the bottom is actually rounded following the curve down there. We have this mounting point and this mounting point. We're gonna have essentially 3 pieces to it. I think that would be the easiest to work with. So the main piece at the bottom, which is just a straight piece of sheet metal that's cut and drilled. Then we have this piece up here that has a diagonal bend in it. And then we have this piece, which is the most complicated piece, which is cut out and has 2 bends in it. And then we're going to weld the 3 pieces together. And then once we weld it, we're going to sand it down or grind it down. Hopefully turns out. And yeah, so then the final result would kind of fit like that and cover up that hole with then 2 latches right here and here, and that's how it will go. Now that I think about it, the regular rectifier is in there, and maybe it makes more sense to leave a little bit of a hole here so that air can go in and cool it off better. But I don't like how this bolt gets exposed, so I think we're gonna go with this design for now, and that'll be it. Alright, now that we have the other side, we're gonna work on making this side, and pretty much we're gonna do more or less the same thing. It looks like here we might not even need that fold in it, but let's see. So again, we're going to use this mounting point and the screw in this mounting point. So let's cut out some pieces and see how that goes. So on this side, the shape seems to be a little bit simpler. So we're going to have 1 piece that's this, and then this piece up here. We're going to bend it at this angle, just so you can see it's kind of like inclined. And then the other piece is we're going to weld it here and here, and it just has a bend in it to kind of make it go around the corner of the tank. We're going to have the bolt mounting here and another bolt mounting there, so just nice and clean. And then I did the same thing on the other side. I just cleaned up a little bit, even though it's still a mess. Again, on this side we're going to have we're going to try to do 2-piece again, so this big one and then this top one as well, with the bend here and here, here and here. And then we're going to have to cut this one out similar to the other side, bend it, weld it here and here. And then once we get the seat on there, we should see something a little bit cleaner. Something like that. So it should cover up that hole nice and clean and look more like a part of the bike more than anything. We're gonna, like I said before, probably wrap it in this rubber trim for cars that I found online. And we'll probably, or more than likely, paint it black for the time being, and ride with it that way. Okay. Alright guys, that was it for this episode. We have our rough templates for the side covers. In the next episode, we're going to be doing the proper sketches on the sheet metal and cutting them out. Hopefully having them assembled to be able to mount them. Ready for paint. So make sure to subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications when new videos become available, and check me out on Instagram at FalconMode2018. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.